Hello everyone, hello beautiful souls, happy 8/8. I know it's not 8/8 in for you guys yet, but it is here in Sydney, Australia. Just having a look on my... As you're coming in, I'd love to know who you are and where you're from. So can you please write in the comments your name and which country you're from. So I'm from Sydney, Australia, so it's already 8/8 here. Please also write if you would like to have a reading from my new Oracle card deck. Just having a look on my phone. Hello to those who are coming in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Please share where you're from. Write a little comment for me, please. Let me know that you're here. If you would like to have a reading, please let me know. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my deck in the beginning, and then we can get started on the readings. Just going to wait a few moments. So what a special day this is for me. It's been 3 years in the making, this Oracle card deck. So it's pretty nerve-wracking and exciting, and all the feelings that you can possibly feel. So I thought that I would share all this time, this beautiful moment with you all online, where I'm actually in Sydney, Australia, and we're in lockdown at the moment. So it's sort of kind of bittersweet, this launch. It's not probably how I had imagined it would be, but I'm grateful for technology, and I'm really, really happy that you guys can join me from all over the world. So it really fills my heart that I can actually share this moment with you all on such a special day. So I'm just trying to look at the comments as well, so just bear with me. I've got to look on my phone to see the comments. So hi Kylie, thank you for joining. Good morning. I miss you too. All from the full moon meditation group. We had a beautiful little group that we would join every month for full moon, and unfortunately COVID and lockdown and a lot of other factors have come in and stopped us from having that. So but I love that we can connect through technology, and we have this beautiful gift that has been given to us that we're still able to connect. So thank you for coming and joining. I'm really excited. Please write down if you would like to have a reading from my card deck. So I'm taking this massive, massive leap. This is like so out of my comfort zone. So please bear with me. And I would love to, I would just love to thank everybody that's been involved in making this deck. I never realized how much of a job it actually is, from the writing stage to, I think the writing stage and the creation stage was maybe the easiest, crazily enough. And then when you start actually learning about how to produce it and put it out to the world, it's crazy stuff that I'm learning so much, and it's just an incredible journey. So today I'm going to honor my journey, and I'm going to honor my spiritual gifts, and I'm going to honor all of you and my huge leap of faith that I'm taking by putting this out. I'm just going to wait a few more moments. Oh, thank you, Kylie. Thank you. I'm just going to wait a few more moments for some people to come in. Please don't be shy. I'm completely out of my comfort zone here, so please come and join. We're just going to have like a bit of a casual chat, and if you would like to write some questions down about my deck, so you know what it's about, how can you purchase it, what was the inspiration behind it. I'm going to sort of talk briefly about all of that. So okay, let's start. So I'm just going to, so when people want to jump on, they can jump on, and like I said, please write some comments. Of course you can have a reading, Kylie. And I believe Zara is on as well. Hey, Zara, one of my biggest supporters. Thank you for being on, and thank you for all the support you've given me and the inspiration and the motivation, and especially during those times where I've hit challenges or obstacles. So thank you so much for joining, and all of your sharing and all the support that you give me. Your beautiful soul, and I thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the box. So my deck is called Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle, and it's based on my personal healing journey. So this is the box. This will be the box. So I've had my deck is actually in production right now. So I've had a prototype done up. So this is exactly what it will actually look like. So we have a little bit of bling down here, which is really which was really weird for me, because like, yeah, bling on my name. Yeah. So I'm open to receiving, open to abundance, open to prosperity. So yeah, so I'll just show you the front of the deck. So that's the front of the box of the deck at the front. And so this deck has all been illustrated by me, channeled and illustrated, very significant with the colors and the pictures. They've all been channeled. I had a writing guide called Eli, and I have artistic Mexican cheeky guide called Miguel. So they were both with me during this whole process, and they're the ones that helped me to channel the information. All channeled, 55 cards, 5/5 had to be 55 because of the universal 5-year that it's being launched in, all about change, transformation, opportunity, and everything opening up. So I'll walk you through. So basically, the middle picture is, when I figure this out, how you do it opposite, is the yin and yang. So probably all of you can relate to the yin and yang, and it's all about balance. Everything in life is all about balance. So, and this deck is very heart-based. It's very open your heart. It's very activating the healer within you. So it's all about the balancing heart chakra. So the heart chakra is a balancing chakra. So it's based all around opening the heart space. And so we have the green, which is the color of the heart chakra. We have the pink, which is the color of the higher heart chakra. And then we have the gold around the edges, which represents the universe. So, the higher power, the crown, and to become one with the divine. So I just want to shout out to Javier. Thanks, Javier, for coming on and supporting me. Thanks, Kelly, also for coming on and supporting me. You guys are amazing, and you've always picked me up when I've been in a little bit of a challenge state. So thank you all for coming on, and please write if you would like to have a reading. That would be my pleasure, absolute honor and pleasure to pull a card for you. So at the front of the deck, we have a forming heart. So I'll show you when I open the deck, the significance of that. And I just want to stress the absolute significance and the symbology and metaphorical meaning of all the colors and the pictures that are in this deck. They are totally channeled and intuitive. So as you can see, it starts the base and then starts sacral, solar plexus, and heart, and then it stops there. So it's to symbolize the heart starting to open. So the healing journey, starting on the healing journey, coming towards balance, coming towards acceptance and self-love and unconditional love for yourself and for others. And it's basically coming home to your authentic self and who you are. So on the back of the deck, so I give you a little sneak peek at four of the images out of the cards. And then there's a little spiel on the back about what they are, I guess I'll read it. I might read it out to you because it's only short, so it'll give you a good summary about what the card deck is about. So it's to heal and activate your ultimate self-mastery. This Pain to Purpose Healing Oracle is an intuitive healer's personal collection of 55 self-help relatable challenges and triumphs to support and empower all towards a life of authenticity and higher purpose through healing. The Oracle invites you to expand your heart and embrace your duality, to find balance through the activation of your own healing towards your ultimate self-mastery. Deeply embedded in rich symbolism and profound metaphorical meaning, each image and message are left open for your own individual interpretation and resonance. So even though this deck is based on my own personal healing journey, it's inherently, the energy of it is to open the heart. So I want it to be used as a healing tool so that others are able to create and start their own healing journey, or have some guidance and some support on if they're already on the path, to help them to higher transformation and to open up to higher levels of consciousness. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look at the comments to see who's actually on. Zara, you're sitting at the ocean. Okay, that's beautiful, Zara. I wish I was sitting at the ocean, but I'm so glad that you're sitting at the ocean. I know it's a reasonable time for you at this time of day, so that's why I've decided to jump on to have the 10:30 and also the 7 p.m. so that we're able to cater for the people in the US. So, hi, Jerry. Thanks for joining, Jerry. It's good to see you here, and thank you for coming and sharing in this beautiful moment with me. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look at the comments and see if I can actually see any. So Zara says, and please open up the chat if you have any questions about my deck. I would love to talk about it. It actually started, my writing journey started 3 years ago today. So another reason why I chose today to launch the deck. During a healing session with Vicky, who is my healer and mentor, she received the information that I was to be offered to write, the ability to write. So came out of nowhere, sitting in a healing session, and I had to make a decision whether I would accept this offer, and it was literally given to me with hands open, and take that leap of faith and say, yes, I received this. And I had absolutely no idea what I was saying yes to. I just knew with every being, with every cell in my body, that I had to say yes to this amazing offer. And I thought, hang on, I don't write. So how is this going to happen? And it was a case of, okay, don't worry about the how, just accept in this moment, just be in this present moment and just accept or say no. So yeah, as simple as that. So I had to accept. And at that time, I had this beautiful guru and guide coming in and telling me, here, it's here in your hand if you wish to accept it. So I chose to accept it, and I took that giant leap of faith into the complete unknown. And it wasn't until a couple of months after that I actually started to receive some information about how it was going to be. And I was literally bringing in the groceries from shopping, and I had this poem running around coming in. So I had to quickly just grab a piece of paper and just quickly just write it down. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to write poems. And then that was the first poem that I wrote. And then more and more started coming in slowly. It was like they were drip feeding me, because they know me too well that I would get too overwhelmed if they gave me too much at one time. So the joke was on me, right? So I started writing poems, and they were revolving around my journey and significant events in my life. And I didn't really realize what I was doing, and I was just writing them. But obviously I had to go through my own healing, and the actual expression of my pain was through my writing of my poems. So you know, that went on for quite a few months. And then I started to, I remember talking to Vicky about it, and she said to me, oh, okay, this is the way it's going to happen, you know. And anyway, so what ended up happening, after a few months, I had written probably 10 or 11 poems that were just coming so flowing so easily and so naturally. It was quite unbelievable. And then I thought, okay, and then they said to me, okay, now you need to draw. And I had absolutely no idea of what was going on, or okay, what you want me to draw? Okay, what's this got to do with the poems? I had absolutely no idea. So yeah, the joke was completely on me. So I said, okay, all right, what do I draw? So they said to me, go to the $2 shop and buy something, you know. So I don't paint. I don't, I wouldn't call myself an artist, but apparently I am. And I went and bought some pastels, which I had no idea how to use. And I just started playing. And I just want to stress from that point that it is unbelievable if you actually just play, what you can actually create in that moment. Because I thought I was playing. I honestly thought I was playing, and, you know, tapping into that inner child, because when I was a child, I wasn't allowed to make a mess. So I didn't really paint a lot. And if I did, I had to do it outside, and, you know, so it was okay, play. Oh, I'm making a mess. Oh, I'm actually drawing something, and I channeled everything. You know, really, really specific about the colors and what I drew. So yeah, so I started sharing some of that on Facebook, and then it was brought to my attention that I was building a card deck, and I just went, yeah, right, okay, all right. And I sort of didn't take it seriously at first, and then I started receiving the messages, and they said, this is what you need to do. You have gone through your cathartic journey by expressing your pain and writing it all down into poems, and now you're going to create a card deck. So, and that's where the journey started, and that was probably about two and a bit years ago, where I started creating this deck. And I just want to say, I had no idea that I would really end up right here and then being told, okay, so now publish it. But yeah, and that's really the story about how this deck actually came into life. And it was like, okay, well, maybe now I understand, now I get it, all the pain and all the illness and everything, that all the suffering that I had endured up to my awakening, which was around about 8 years ago now. It had a purpose. It was to educate me. It was to give me the strength and the courage and the inspiration and the motivation to get to this point, that I would then share my personal story to help other people, so they could change their story and they could see. And I mean, the timing is impeccable, as always, divine timing. I had hoped to release this deck last year, but as the universe would have it, it would be this year in the 5-year with 55 cards, and it would be launched on Lionsgate. So I surrender, and I trust that the timing is perfect. So I'm just going to have a look at some of the comments. So, Zara, I love you too. And I just want to say a quick thank you to those people that have pre-ordered. If you would like to pre-order my deck, you can actually go to my website, www.antoinettethompson.com, and go on to and click on to shop, and you're able to actually pre-order my deck. It is in production. I'm hoping it will be available towards the end of September. I can't guarantee that with COVID. There's a lot of delays and there's a lot of uncertainty and obviously things that are out of anybody's control. So that is the goal. However, I'm not sure whether it will be actually available then, but let's go with that. Let's go end of September. So thank you for all of you that have already pre-ordered my deck. It brings me a lot of joy and to see so much support and guidance and know that I'm being held and really, really supported in this journey. Hola Javier, ¿cómo estás? Thank you for joining. Hi Kelly. Of course, Sarah, I will give you a reading. I'm just going to have a quick refresh and just see if there's anybody else. If you're actually just joined on, if you don't know who I am, my name's Antoinette and I'm an intuitive healer. For those of you that do know me, thank you for your support. For those of you that don't know me, thank you for joining and you're very much welcome. And can you please write down where you're from and if you would like a reading. That would be really great. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look on here and have a look at the comments. Okay. Please don't be shy. All right. So I'm going to open up the deck with you all. So I just want to show you. So this will be the inside. So this is my beautiful logo. That means it's very heart-centered for me and it's pain is where we grow. And then as I open it up, this is the guidebook that comes with all the channeled messages. So I can just, I don't know how I'm going to show you this, but I can just flick it. So for those of you that use card decks, it's a pretty sort of standard, oh, curiosity, pretty standard type guidebook. So it has all the channeled messages that go with the drawings. So it's a 140-page guidebook, a book in itself. And then as I take out the cards, the bottom of the box says, within your passion lies your purpose. So I hope you guys can see that. And I've chosen these beautiful colors as the heart chakra, the higher heart and the lower heart. So it's the journey of pain is where we grow and within your passion lies your purpose. Okay, so I'm just having a look to see. Please come on in, don't be shy, write down where you're from, who you are. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Please come and join me. Just having a look. Okay, all right. All right, so I'll just show you the actual deck. So we've got a little bit of bling on the side here. So I chose this really beautiful silver to have as on the outside of the deck because of all the colors that it's reflecting. And I'm hoping that you can see that. It's rainbow. And I've actually been told that the energy that is inherent in me is a rainbow energy. So I had to encompass that somehow. So it's beautiful that we can have this beautiful silver on the edge of the cards. And it just reflects all the colors of the rainbow. So, and I will show you that full heart that is on the back of every card. So, you know, it joins into the cover of the box. Whoops, that way, this way, where the beginning of the journey, you know, your heart may be closed, and then you self-activate through self-healing and going through the process of healing, and then you will have a full heart where you'll be fully opened and ready to receive, especially on this 8/8 day where we walk through the Lionsgate portal. So it's a time of rebirth and a time of bringing in new beginnings and stepping through. So I'm actually going through that step with you all, and I love you all so much, and I thank you all for supporting me, because like this is huge for me. So okay, so I probably will start with having a look to see. I might just see if I can hold them up for you. So I don't know how well you're going to see them all, but you'll get some idea. I do have a video on my YouTube channel that has also got sharing some of them. And now that I've done my launch, I'll probably start sharing more and more pictures of my deck. So, whoops, I'm just losing some there. So it's a bit hard to do it because it's 55 cards. So, but just having a look to see if anybody else has joined on. Hello, Tiano Galactico from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for joining. It's beautiful to see you here. I love Puerto Rico. We came in 2018, early in January in 2018, just after Hurricane Maria. I had a special really heart connection to come to Puerto Rico, and it's a beautiful place, and my body just lights up when I say it and when I feel. And it was a beautiful experience that we had. And a lot of people were saying to us, you know, they've had a major hurricane there, right? Why are you going there? And I said, I'm so drawn there, and turns out I've had past lives there, and I was able to channel some information while I was there. And we were there for 2 weeks, and we had my husband and I had a beautiful wedding vow renewal ceremony at the Condado Vanderbilt. You probably know it. I know that you're from San Juan, so we had a beautiful ceremony there, and we absolutely loved our time there. And we hope and pray that we'll be able to come back. We did some volunteering with the Ricky Martin Foundation, so we loved doing that, and it was really a journey that opened both of our hearts, and my husband loves it just as much as I do. So I hope and pray that we'll be able to come back, and we would love to catch up with you if we can. So I think it's going to be a few years before we can do that, but my heart is, I left part of my heart in Puerto Rico, and it will always be a soul connection for me. So we are very drawn to come back, and we love the people and their tenacity and their resilience after Hurricane Maria. And it was amazing to listen to people's stories, and stories of survival and stories of pain, and, you know, converting that pain into purpose is what I'm all about. So I would love to come back and visit. Gabby, hey Gabby, hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Thank you for joining me, and thank you for supporting me. Please write down in the comments if you have any questions, or if you would just for me to say shout out to you, so that I know you're here, because I'm sort of like oscillating between my laptop and my phone, so it's a bit hard to keep up with the comments. So please say hi, and thank you for being here. And it's I'm really grateful for your support. All right, I'm just having a look to see if I can have, okay. That's all right. All right, I'm going to actually start doing the readings. So I'm going to try and find who was I think Kylie, you were first. So you're the first person to receive an official reading from my deck. So I'm very excited and honored to be able to do this for you. So I'm just going to have another look. so I can try and keep up with the comments and answer any questions that are coming up. Whoops. With the comments and now I can hear myself again. All right, Kylie. I do my little routine before I start shuffling. Guidance for Kylie. Can I please have a card? Guidance for Kylie. I so miss our little get-togethers, and meditations were great, and then we would sit for hours and chat afterwards. I'm hoping that we'll be able to do those again in some sort of capacity. Card for Kylie. No, that one. All right. Normally they fly out, Kylie. This one's being a little bit persistent. It's just making sure that you're going to get the right one. Way too many cards. All right. Your card, Kylie. So your card, Kylie, is this one, originality. So if you look at the picture, it's all about being in the womb, you know, being brand new, being individual, being original. And I do know you, Kylie, so we've had some really good chats in the past. I'm just looking at, I just want to read the little message. So the message underneath the cards is actually a quote from one of my poems. So that's how the process actually happened. So it says, this would mean I would lose my originality, again to follow analytics and a modality. So when I channel for you, Kylie, I feel like being original is really, really important to you. You're not one to really follow directions or what other people want you to do. You have in the past. You've been a people pleaser, and you've actually given away some of your origin. And when I say origin, you know, we can mean a lot of things by origin. We can mean, you know, where we're born, but to me, it's all about inherently, like your blueprint, what you've been given, what you've agreed to on a soul level. So it's going back to birth, and it's also about rebirthing. And this is the perfect time for rebirthing. So I feel like you've been planning, you're bringing a few new things into motion. You've been really exploring, really going through deep into yourself and discovering a lot. I know that you have a new relationship, so which is not really that new. So and that relationship has allowed you to go back to your origin. And when I think of origin, I feel of soul. So going back to basics, they're telling me, going back to the basics of what you came here to do, how you were in the womb, and that beautiful process of growing into a human, but encompassing everything that you have within. So I feel like the message for you is stay connected to your origin, stay connected to your soul, especially during these times. And these times are all about heart activation, you know, allowing your heart to open up and, you know, to grow in its many colors, like the back of the card, and to find balance, because the heart is the balancing chakra. So we look to the heart to balance our yin and yang. We look at the heart to balance our spiritual self and our physical self, so that we can ground our spiritual self into our reality. And these are times of great change and transformation. So we can often get ungrounded, or particularly with everything, and I know that you're from Sydney, with everything that's going on around us, we can get very unbalanced. So for you, I think it's really, really important for you to go back to your origin. Don't go back to following anybody else's order or instructions. Be yourself, connect with your heart, connect with your soul. Don't allow the disruptions, and it's really, really difficult when you're sensitive and you can disconnect from your body because of everything that is going around us, particularly for us in lockdown, and seeing people turning on people, and this great distinction between two different parts of society. And we are moving towards, these are highly transformational times. We are moving towards new earth, and we need to open up our hearts to receive all these new light codes that are being sent to us through Sirius and through the Lions Gate, and to step through that gate into the new earth, into unconditional love. So I feel like I want to actually say to you also that it's about connecting to your children. I know you're a mother, so connecting to your children and nurturing and supporting them also during these times. It can be quite confusing for young children, or children, teenagers. It's confusing for everybody, let's just face it, especially with restrictions. We don't know what we're doing from one day or another. So I think it's like hold them, be with them, give them love, and which I know that you do. So, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already do, but stay focused, stay in your origin, stay in your soul, stay in your heart, and maybe, connect with that inner child as well. Go back to being in the womb and know that you feel supported and guided, and there's people around you that love you and will support your new endeavors and new birth. So that's your card, Kylie. Thank you for joining, and it's lovely that I was able to read for you. And if you have any questions, please write them in the comments. Okay, next up, beautiful Zara. I know you can't wait to receive the deck, and you've been one of my huge supporters. And once again, I thank you for all of your support. I know you're really excited. Let me just have a look and see if I can have a look at your comments. If you're writing anything, if anyone is writing anything, just bear with me until I just refresh. I keep pressing on it, and you're welcome, Kylie. Just having a look to see if I can. Yes, and my Spanish teacher tells me I can also speak in Spanish. Let's just do it in English first and then go to the next step, Javier. All right, Zara, you're up. Please also let me know if the reading is resonating. It always inspires me to get your feedback on what I channel and what I receive. Guidance for Zara. I'm just getting used to this. I'm not used to shuffling this deck yet, so it's brand spanking new. Zara, okay, need a card for Zara. Surely I'm no professional shuffler. I just will warn you about that. As you can see, I drop cards everywhere. But you always will get what you need. I truly believe that. So, right, Zara. So as I said, this card deck is Pain to Purpose. So it's all about working through our challenges and also our triumphs. So this one is a challenge. So Zara, they're screaming at me now, stop your guilt. So they want you to know that, okay, they're being very adamant, stop your guilt, there's nothing to be guilty about. And I don't know if you're actually been feeling guilty about something not that long ago. I'll just have a sip of water. Or maybe now, or maybe it's coming up. Excuse me. Okay, something around your throat chakra, Zara, because this is happening. I can feel into your energy. And it's also represented by blue. Even though guilt, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. The joy of being an empath, being able to feel into people's energy. Expression, and I know expression has been a big one for you. So I'm just going to read you the little message. So, and I think this is going to resonate with you for looking back on your journey, because I don't think, excuse me, I don't think it's actually about what's going on now. It's about feelings that you felt in the past, and maybe there's still like a bit of an iota somewhere sitting that has to be cleared out. So that's what I feel, that they want you to really dig deep, and you still have some guilt around something, and it's, to me, I feel like it's around a family member, possibly one that is on the other side, or possibly more than one. So I'll just read you the little message that's underneath, and it says, for now, I understood my pain, the pain of guilt, the pain of shame. So I want to say to you that a huge part of healing, and what they're telling me to say to you, to pass on to you, a huge part of healing is actually feeling. We can't move on unless we allow ourselves to feel. And whether or most of the time these feelings that we are blocking out are not positive feelings, they go into the depths of our core wounds, and they just want you to not feel the guilt anymore. So they want you, if you go in deep, it's all about stepping out into the new. So they're telling you, leave that guilt behind. You can't move forward with that guilt. So it's okay that you have felt it, but release it, cut the cord to it. It no longer serves you. But I love the blue that's coming through in this drawing, because it's all about expression. And the pink is all about the higher heart. So it's, if you look at the drawing, it's like the grayness and the dark is behind you. And now it's raining, like raining drops of higher heart and activation. So it will open, it will help. Letting go of this guilt will allow you to release it, feel it, release it, thank it, hold it, embrace it, and then pass it on. Let it go. Let it go. They're saying to me, let it go. Guilt is something that a lot of us carry, and you know, a lot of people say that it's a useless emotion, it's a worthless emotion. I don't believe that any emotion is worthless. We need to be in contact with our emotions, and we need to validate our emotions. And I know I'm feeling that it's related more to your father, and please talk to him. He's on the other side. He's watching you. He's so proud of you. He loves that you connect with him. He loves that you are building a relationship with him and able to receive his love from the other side. So I feel it's really filling your heart, and he's so proud of you. So the guilt needs to just be left behind in order for you to continue on your next step of your journey. Harness this beautiful energy. Let your heart crack open to receive the beautiful light codes that are coming in during this time. It's a beautiful time of abundance and prosperity around the number 8, which is all about prosperity. And it's guilt has been part of your journey, and it has taught you a lot. It has helped you feel a lot. So honor it and embrace it, but let it go now. It's time for you to, it's raining heart drops. That's what they want to tell me. And I know you can probably relate to that. So it's just raining heart drops, and it's not tears, it's just joy, and a feeling of you coming home and really digging deep into opening up your higher heart and receiving all the beautiful blessings that you're going to receive and have received. So that's your card, Zara. I hope that has given you some guidance. And once again, I thank you for all of your support. And I can't wait for you to receive my deck. Thank you for coming on. And it's not 1 a.m. So that's good for you. She has come on many times when it's 2 a.m. So she is really, really a beautiful soul, and so grateful. Love and light to you, beautiful girl. Okay, so who's up next? Anybody else want a reading? Would anybody else like a reading? Can you please put it into the comments? I always respectfully only read for the people that have given me permission. So if you are watching and you would like a reading, please write in the comments that you would like one. I only do it if you actually give me permission. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look at the cards, at the comments. I love raining hard drops. Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah, no folding laundry for you. Yeah, well, you can always come back tonight at 7 p.m. and still fold laundry, Zara. You are very welcome. I feel like you probably will be still awake. So thank you so much. Catch up soon. Okay. Tiano Galactico, you would like a reading? Absolutely. Absolutamente para ti. Absolutely, I will give you a reading. I loved watching your video the other day. I'm very connected to the beautiful Indigenous Tiano's symbols. I actually love your symbol because I know it's the symbol of the sun. So I'm really, really connected to all of that. So I'm pretty sure I must have had a past life there. As a Taino. So yeah, I'm really, really connected to it. So of course I shall give you a reading. Hi, Mom. My mother-in-law's on. Just saying hi. If you would like a reading, please put it down. So thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Okay. Card. I don't know what your name is. I know that you call yourself Taino Galactico, but I don't know what your name is. So it would be great if you could put that in the comments for me. I always love, I don't know if that is your name, or if you have, or if that's just the name that you use on Instagram and social media. guidance. Okay. Jose Angel. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Jose, for everything that you put up. Thank you for all the beautiful messages and all the light that you bring to the world. And it's all about opening up our hearts and bringing our light to the world now, and sharing our wisdom and our unconditional love with everyone. So thank you, Jose. Okay, so Jose, your card is strength, fuerza. I do speak some Spanish. I have been learning for a while, but my Spanish teacher Javier says to me, "You need to speak more. You need to speak more." And you know, it's I'll get there. I'll get there. So this is your card, and you are a very strong person. I think you've been through a lot, like all of us have, but you've always been a coil of strength for people. You're very reliable. You have a lot of courage, and I look at the picture, and these little coils out here. It's like the coils of strength, you know, the coils that hold things together. And I think a lot of your life, you've been really strong for other people. You've had to be the pillar of strength for other people. And I think what this card is coming out at, and you've got a very, very strong heart, very sensitive heart, but a very strong heart. And it is the core of your existence. And when I look at the green and the blue that's here, it's almost like a sun. It's like radiating outwards. Your strength radiates, and a lot of people rely on your strength. And perhaps you've had, like all of us, you've had moments where you haven't really felt that strong. And the message at the bottom says to recognize my powerful force. So your guides and angels want you to start owning your strength and actually realizing just how strong you are, and how that strength has got you through, and how much wisdom and how much understanding and love and empathy you are able to have because of that strength. So, and it's the core, and it's the core of you. Your strength is your core. They're telling me your strength is your compass. Your strength is what gets you through. Your strength is, everything is around your strength. It's very, very strong. They're telling me that your strength is your superpower. They want to tell me your strength is your superpower. So, and they want you to start really recognizing how much of that strength you have, and owning it, and being proud of how much you've gone through and how much you've experienced, and to recognize that strength within you, and know that it is not only just to give to others, but it's also for you. So it's all about your self-worth and your self-esteem, and to honor that courage and strength that you may not have recognized in yourself. And we all have moments. I mean, life is full of ebbs and flows, and particularly in these really challenging times that we have been experiencing and will continue to experience. And there's so much, we are so needed now. Our strength and our courage and our light is needed to just raise everybody up, because there is so much, you know, darkness around, and darkness is trying to overtake us, and we have to remain strong. We have to remain focused. We have to remain grounded in our strength and our light, because it will be what pushes us through this gateway. And we have to band together and come from a place of love and understanding and empathy, and the courage and the bravery that is within us, that sometimes we feel has maybe left us. And, you know, when we've had challenging lives, like most of us have had, it's even harder and harder each time to step up from the next step, from the next challenge to the next challenge. But know that you have incredible inherent strength within you, and it's okay sometimes, even telling me it's okay sometimes to not feel strong. You know, we can't be strong all the time. We can't be happy all the time. And you know, it's always about balance, and there's going to be negativity as well with positivity. It's the yin and the yang. It's the black and the white. It's the pain and the purpose. It's the shadow and the light. And we have to allow ourselves to be in darkness sometimes, because that's where we find our light. Light can only illuminate in darkness. So please, they really want you to connect with your strength, to know that you have an incredible superpower in your heart, and to radiate that beautiful green healing energy. I feel like you're very, I don't know if you are a healer as such. We are all healers, we're all self-healers, and we all activate our own healing. But I don't know if you work as an actual healer, but you just please know that you provide a lot of strength to people, more than you actually recognize, or more than what you know. Sometimes it's difficult for us to connect with our own inner strength, because especially during challenges, but I feel like it's important now for you going forward to recognize just how powerful you are, and just know that you are helping a lot of people and giving a lot of light to all those around you, and it's just rippling through. It's just rippling through into the world. So thank you, Jose. Muchas gracias para ti. Thank you so much for joining. And please let me know if this resonates. I would love to know if this resonates for you. Thank you so much for being here and your support. Okay, Javier. He's stepping out of his comfort zone and would like a card. Por supuesto, claro, I will give you a card. I'm not going to do it in Spanish. I know you want me to, but I'm not going to do it in Spanish. Okay, Javier, thank you for your support. Ooh, a whole heap of cards fell out. No, too many cards. Some guidance for Javier. Okay. I actually don't know how to say this word in Spanish. So that one will be for next week's lesson. You're a little nervous. What about me? ¿Qué pasa? Like, really? You're nervous? Okay. All right. I know you're nervous because Javier is very practical and very so I've been sort of on our journey together with me learning Spanish. He's opened his mind up to so many things, and I don't think he actually realized just how spiritual he is. So I love it that he's taking this leap of faith and wanting a card. So he's laughing right now. Yeah, I know you are. So okay, Javier, this is your card, resilience. So yeah, I'm not sure how to say that in Spanish. Maybe you can write it for me in the comments. So all these big words, all these new words that I'm learning and increasing my vocabulary. So this is so right for you, Javier, because resilience is, you don't realize how much resilience you have. Like you think about, you talk to me about, bad luck and how all these resistencia. Yeah, correcto. Yeah, you're very resistant. I know you're very resistant. However, you do have an open mind. And I love that you sort of do little baby steps. You do like little baby steps to open your mind. So I love that. So resistencia, yeah, resistencia, resistance, but more so that you never give up. You never give up. And I know you want to sometimes, and like we all do want to give up sometimes, but let me just read the message, and I think this is maybe happening to you in this moment, so it's really the card that you needed. And it says, my confidence, resilience and independence subdued. And I know that you do feel like sometimes that your confidence and your ability to not give up is being tested, and that we are all being tested right now. You are not alone there, definitely not alone there. So I just feel like things around you, you know, you're questioning a lot. You're thinking, oh, why do I bother? Some things are too hard. I'm not really confident to do this. I'm not really confident to step out. Because I know that you like your independence. So independencia, is that the right word? I think so. I think you like to be independent. And when you're not independent, you feel your confidence really takes a beating. So the picture is actually a light globe. So it's even though in the times when the light of the light globe is starting to subdue, to get lower, to not be so bright, know that your light is always there. Never give up on the light that is inside your heart. I know that you have a big heart and you are very resilient. You have, we all have our moments, but then you pick yourself up and you say, okay, this has happened. So what's next? I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna change. And you have this incredible ability to be resilient. And this is just a reminder for you, so that even though in times when your light is really dim and you feel like giving up, you don't give up, because it's just not you. You always look for another solution, or you always look for another way. So you are very resilient, and please don't ever give up. Independencia, yeah. Now I'm having a Spanish lesson on my life. Independencia, sí, te gusta. You like your own independence. And in the times when you don't have your independence, you feel really down, like you don't feel very good about yourself. So for you, it's very linked. But don't forget about that light that is always on. The globe is always on. And I'm just thinking about that time when I bought you a salt lamp and the globe blew. So I'm just having a bit of a chuckle to myself that you actually got this card, because it wants to show you, even when the light of the globe is just really low, and but it's still on, it's still there, and it's still strong. So don't lose your light. You need to connect with your light and know that you can pick yourself up. You're very strong and you're very resilient. And you're very brave, because I wasn't sure if you were going to ask for a card, because I know this metaphysical stuff is really something really new for you. But we all have it. We all have this ability. And it's beautiful that you've been brave enough to come on and support me and also ask for a reading. So muchas gracias para ti. Thank you so much, and thank you for all the fun that we have learning Spanish, and sometimes the not so fun moments where my head is just going to explode. but it's been an amazing journey to learn Spanish with you, and honestly to call you my dear friend. And thank you for all the support that you've also given me during the times when I haven't been able to do my Spanish homework, which has been lately, because I've been really focused on my cards. So muchísimas gracias para ti, para todos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Javier. And I hope this is giving you some hope and something to hang on to during these difficult times. You are also in Sydney during lockdown. So sending you heaps of peace, love and light. Okay. Clarissa, would you like a reading? Clarissa, would you like a reading? If you would like a reading, please put it in the comments. Thank you for joining, and thank you for your consistent support on our monthly lives that I do with Kaya. And hi, Emma. Hi, Emma. All you beautiful souls here in Sydney and also in Brisbane. Clarissa, I'm not sure if you're still in lockdown. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on. So and I know that you're really struggling with George, with not being able to see George. So our heart goes out to you. We are also in lockdown, and it's really, really a difficult time. Emma, I don't know if you're working or if you're working from home, but thank you for joining. If you would like a reading, please put it in the comments for me so that I can have your permission to do a reading. I miss all you guys. We used to see each other quite often and have a chat and pull each other up, and being always there for each other. But these times have been really, really difficult. But I'm so thankful for technology that we can actually have these little chats and have these little. If you have any questions about my deck, please put them in the comments. I would love to read any of your first impressions or get any feedback about the deck, any questions about it. Having a look to see. Clarissa, would you like a reading? Having a look to see. Please, if you would like a reading, if you could please put it in the comments so that I'm sure that you actually would like a reading. If not, feel free to just keep watching. It's all good. If you have any questions. So I just want to say, while I'm just waiting to see if people would like some more readings, if you would like to have a look at my deck, you can go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Antoinette M. Thompson. I have done a few videos. I'm going to start doing, this is all very, very new for me. So it's completely out of my comfort zone. So I'll probably start doing a few more videos with my cards now that I've done an official launch. That's my hubby in the background that's been helping me out. So because I thank him for all the support that he's given me, and he's been through it all with me every step of the way, in the joys, in the challenges, in the screams, in the cry outs, in the jumping up and down. Every single bit he's been here with me. So I love you, and I love that we are journeying this beautiful journey together, and he's here writing names for me. So it's a little bit hard to juggle between the laptop and the phone. So and this is a really important day for me, so I'm grateful to have him by my side. Okay, yeah, like I said, so you go onto my website, www.antoinettethompson.com. If you would like to pre-order my deck, it's available for pre-order. You're able to just hit on the shop, and it will take you through the process. And like I mentioned before, I the cards are actually in production right now. They're coming, they should be coming by the end of September. I cannot guarantee that date, obviously, because of everything that's going on with COVID and, you know, the big cities in Australia being in lockdown. So I'm hoping that they will come to me by September and I'll be able to send them out. You are able to pre-order the deck through my website. You can follow me on Facebook. I do a card of the week, and you can be able to preview that, and it'll give you some guidance as well for the week. I'm doing that every week now with my card deck. What else am I doing? You can also follow me on Instagram, Antoinette_M_Thompson. Yeah, and I'm working behind the scenes to get this card deck out there as without as many hiccups as possible, which is really difficult during these times. But I'm hoping that, my hope is that it will become your personal journey and it will give you some guidance and support. I really believe that with the times that we're in the moment, and we have been the last couple of years, and particularly last year, when COVID first hit, we've been drawn to go within ourselves, and a lot of us are dealing with a lot of challenges that we haven't dealt with before. And of course, when we dig deep within ourselves and spend a lot of time with ourselves, some of us are finding it quite challenging. And particularly if you're not used to being alone, or you're used to going out a lot, or you're used to socializing, and now with all these restrictions we're not able to. So, and I know, Clarissa, you're struggling a lot with not being able to see George in the nursing home, and it brings up a lot of wounding that perhaps we've carried all of our lives. So, you know, this deck is about the shadow and the light. It's about transmuting and transforming pain to purpose, and it's about the healing journey and activating your heart and going into your heart and giving yourself permission to connect with your inner essence and actually remembering who you really are and what you're here to do. So it's a dig deep deck. It's not about fairies or mermaids. It's about basically doing the work. And I'm hoping that in the future, I'm going to be able to give this deck out to, you know, mental health facilities, and my real goal is to reach as many people as possible around the world. And my real goal is to bridge the gap between the traditional and the non-traditional. So what I mean by that is the traditional methods of dealing with emotion and trauma and mental issues, and bridging it with a holistic approach. And as an energy healer, that's what I do in my work, you know. So I'm appealing to counselors and psychologists and psychiatrists and mental health institutions and trauma centers and crisis centers and even schools to bridge the gap between the traditional method of treating trauma and challenges and personal healing, to adopt a more holistic approach, in that knowing that we are just not our bodies, we are our mind, we are spirits. We have psychological challenges, we have mental challenges, we have spiritual challenges, we have emotional challenges, we have physical challenges. And I'm really passionate about showing the world that they're all interconnected. We are all one. We are all one. And within us, we are all one. And I really would like to help people and inspire people to start their healing journey and go through their own personal transformation. The work is the work. You can't heal without doing the work. And as an intuitive healer, I actually help and support and guide people to activate their own healing. I believe we're all self-healers. I believe we all have psychic gifts. I believe we all need to dig deep within ourselves. And I know that I had blocked in my life, I've blocked a lot of my core wounds, and it was only really since my awakening that I actually dug deep and have done a lot of work around connecting to those wounds and actually allowing myself to feel them. And then by feeling them, I'm able to release them and transmute them and see the lesson and the wisdom. And I've had a really difficult journey. I was ill for about a 19-year period where I was pretty abruptly plucked out of my life and my career and put into, a long period of pain and illness. And during that time, I was very, very stuck. I never saw a way out. I never thought that I would ever have a purposeful life. I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. I was actually really, really convinced that I was put on this earth to suffer. And then after the death of both of my parents, my family fell apart, and I knew that something was going to happen. Something needed to change. And that's when I had my awakening, and I started to actually dig deep and unlearn everything that I ever knew, that I ever believed was true. My whole world was turned upside down. My both parents had passed over. I was starting to tune into my psychic gifts, my mediumship, my channeling. I started to question everything that I had ever been taught. And I just read and I just explored, and I started doing Kriya Yoga, which is a form of meditation that's handed down through the Ascended Masters. I received a lot of inspiration. The universe would deliver to me people that I would never have thought that I would have met in my life, and opened up doors. And it just goes to show that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And for that I'm eternally grateful. And it allowed me to look at my challenges in a completely different light. And I understood why I had to go through what I went through, because how can I help people in the future, which I didn't know I was going to become a healer or a spiritual teacher. But how can I help people in the future when I haven't experienced it myself? And I experienced a lot of loss and a lot of disappointment and a lot of physical pain. And I didn't really understand where all that physical pain was coming from and where the physical illness was coming from. But as I started my spiritual journey, I understood how all the bits come together and how everything is related. And a lot of my physical illness and disease was caused by suppressed emotions of childhood trauma that I suffered as a sexual abuse survivor, and everything that flowed from men, and everything that I blocked and not being heard, all of those emotions that were held in my body that manifested as physical symptoms in my life, and then just created a vicious circle of challenge and negativity, and a lot of other factors as well, like religion and culture. And there's a lot of factors, but what I'm trying to say is that people need to realize that it's holistic, that we can all work together. There is all of my life, and I still take medication. I believe in science as well. And I think I'm really grateful that I do have a knowledge of both, and I'm very grounded as well. I can see both sides, and I don't want to believe that it's one or the other. I believe that we can all share our wisdom. We can all share our experiences. And that's why I'm sharing my personal story, because I believe that maybe, just maybe, I can inspire somebody to transmute their pain into their purpose. So this is the journey that I'm starting on, and I'm stepping through on Lionsgate by launching my card deck today. So I'm just going to have a look and see if anybody else would like some readings, to please let me know. No. If anyone has any questions at all about my deck or what I do, even if it's after I finish the live, please write it in the comments. I'm more than happy to respond to you. And yeah, I'd love some feedback on what you see. Hey, Vanessa. Hi. Thanks for coming on and supporting me. Vanessa is a regular on our monthly lives. So thanks so much, Vanessa, for coming on. If you would like a reading, of course. So I'll just give you a quick look. So this is the box of my deck. So it will look like this, and then it's Pain is Where We Grow. Since you've come on a bit late, I'll just do another recap. This is the bottom of the box. Within your passion lies your purpose. This is a 140-page guidebook that comes with all the so this contains all the channeled messages that accompany the drawings. So I'll just give you so I'll just show you an example. So you'll see the drawing, and then you'll have the channeled message. I just thought, for today that I wouldn't actually read out of the book, even though I've channeled the messages for myself. I would just give a reading as I held up the card and just transfer the messages that are being sent to me at the time. So Vanessa, of course I shall. Oh, thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And this is the back of the card, Vanessa. So as I explained earlier, and you might want to go back and have a look at the beginning of the video, the front of the box. So the deck is all about activating the heart. It's all about healing the heart and activating the healer within you. So the front of I chose to actually put half of the heart and the yin and yang at the front to represent balance within us, and the light and the shadow, and the dark and the light, and where there is darkness, there's always light. So at the front, it's just the half a heart, which means starting your journey. And then on the back is the whole heart, which means you complete your healing journey. So that's the symbolism that's around the cover and the back of the card. All right. So I will be my pleasure to give you a reading. And there's a little bit of bling there as well. Oh, thank you. Just looking at your comments. Okay. Happy 8/8, Vanessa. You have 8/8 already. I know that you're from Australia, so you're already soaking up these beautiful energies. So just to read a card for Vanessa. Oops. Now that one fell out for Vanessa. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining. Sure. I will give you a reading about you're moving to a new apartment. Would love to give you a reading. I'm just doing one for Vanessa now, so just hang around and I shall do a reading for you as well. Okay, Vanessa, this is your card. So it's actually how fitting, like on 8 of the 8th, right? For you to get like a galactic cosmic card like this one. Okay, so this card is detach. So I'll just read you the little message, which is a quote from one of the poems that the cards came from. So the cards actually came from a set of poems that I wrote. They didn't come straight up first, the poems did, and then from the poems I actually started building the card deck. So that your card is detach, and it's into my own world I withdrew, one that was created by you. Into my own world I withdrew, one that was created by you. So I want you to really hear those words and let them resonate in your heart. And I remember I did do a reading for you last Sunday. I'll just have a drink of water. My throat's starting to. So in this card, the symbolism of this card is that this is the earth and or the world, whichever way you want to actually take it on. And then this is you here. So, but for you, this is not a negative feeling I'm picking up from you. I'm feeling that you really have to detach. And I guess I do remember the reading that I gave you on just last Sunday for August. And I remember saying about that there's some conflict around you. There's some people that are not happy with what you're doing or they're not aligning with you. And I think it's really, really important at this time for you to detach from that energy and go within yourself. And I don't feel this is a negative thing. It's really funny, and I feel like I need to say this. Normally, the 8-8 energy, the energy that's around the Lion's Gate, is like really uplifting and really go forward, pushing forward, manifesting abundance, prosperity. But I'm actually finding that the build up to Lion's Gate has been quite intense and deep, like deep diving deep within our feelings. And I'm saying they want me to say solitude. So, and I'm feeling it's really, really different to prior years, where all the activation codes and all the heart activations and all that are still coming in, but they're coming on a deeply personal level where we just need to be. That's what they're saying to me. You just need to be. The message that they want me to give you is you just need to be yourself. You just need to be. If it means that you have to detach from the people that are around you or the situations that are causing you becoming toxic or causing you conflict, then do that. It's totally fine, because it's all about connecting to the heart, and it's all about listening to your intuition and guidance. And, when we see detach, we sort of kind of think it's isolation. I have a feeling that doesn't bother you. I think that you actually like to have your own space. I know I've done numerology for you, but I can't remember what your numerology is. But it's about creating your own space the way that you want it. So if it means detaching from the people around you or the current situations, then my advice would be to do it. But also not coming from a place of anger or aggression, coming from a place of acceptance, coming from a place of unconditional love and respecting where people are, but then also setting the boundary and expressing that they need to respect where you are as well. And there's a lot of conflict around, there's a lot of chaos around, and social media and watching the news, and it's really, really difficult to detach. However, have a space, like I hope that you've got somewhere in your house or where you live where you're able to just go and just sit in your own space and in your own energy. And I think it's really important for you to detach from other people's energy. So make sure you do your clearing. If you're into crystals, you can use selenite, you can use amethyst for protection, so that you're not absorbing that energy. So the detach is on many different levels, I think. And perhaps perhaps you need to detach right now in this coming period so that you're able to let your heart open up and also absorb all these new beautiful light codes that are coming in. It's really, really important for you to sit in your own space and still be part of the world. Like, it's funny, this drawing, when I drew it, it's actually one of my favorites, because it's like, it tells you to detach, but then it shows you the bigger picture of the universe. So even though you may be detaching from the people around you, you're still part of the cosmos. You're still part of the greater universe. We are all one. We are all connected. So that link can never be broken. You know, it's there, or that vibration is always there. So sit in your space, honor yourself, honor your choices, listen to your guidance is really, really important. Don't go into any anger or any aggression or any projection. Accept where you are, accept where other people are. It's I know it's a bit of a heated I can feel like a lot of conflict, and I think some of that may be within yourself as well, and the quiet time, the time in solitude, will help you to ground that and help you to live in the present, in the now, and also help that conflict between the heart and the head. So thank you for joining, Vanessa. I appreciate your support. I hope this card is helpful for you, and it's been an absolute pleasure to read for you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you for hanging on. All right, card for Jessica. So you would like some guidance. You would like some guidance around your new apartment. So, okay, so you're taking a leap of faith and stepping into something new. So, okay, so we're going to focus on your new apartment and what that's going to bring. And first of all, I want to say honor your bravery and honor your courage to start something new and to move into a new space. It's a beautiful time for you to be doing that, to be supported by the 8-8 energies and going into abundance and rebirth and new beginnings. So perfect divine timing. And I think this is something else that we need to all learn to do, is to actually work with the energy that is around us and don't actually fight it. So, I mean, I know that I've learned the hard way with that. I used to always resist the energy and the signs that were always coming in. And then in the last months or so, I've actually learned to trust and surrender and just say, okay, all right, this is what the energy is. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to work with you. Show me your energy so I can work with you. So rather than work against. So it's beautiful that you're taking this leap of faith and taking this new beginning with you during this time, because it's really, really, you're being supported by the energy of the universe. So you're really letting that line roll. Okay, Jessica. So card for Jessica. Jessica would like some guidance around the new apartment that she's moving into next week. Some guidance for Jessica. Okay. Will I get the flat by Monday? I've manifested before in a day, so in 48 hours. Well, you know what, especially during these miraculous times, anything is possible. Let me see what card I pulled out for you, because my deck, this is actually my deck that I'm using, is a healing oracle. So we'll see how I can what messages I can receive from the card that I pull out. Okay, I think you're going to find this quite funny. So this is the card that has come out for you, Jessica. And please comment if you would like. I'm watching the comments as well. So please comment please comment if this resonates. Okay, so like I said, my deck is a healing oracle, but it can be used for everything. So I think you might have just received a very clear message there. I think you may have received a very clear answer to your question when you say, will I get the flat by Monday? You need to believe. So I think it's been like, yeah, I think it's been like a little bit of a curly journey for you. It's just, you've been wanting to do this for a while, I feel, and there's been like a few obstacles in the way. And the picture of I don't know if you can relate to Ganesh, who is the Hindu god that has the elephant trunk, and he's representative of obstacles. So, and what they want me to say to you is, how many of those obstacles did you put in your own way? So your guides are a little bit cheeky, I'm picking up, and they're very direct, and I don't know where you are in your spiritual journey, I love Ganesh. Yeah, because he just stepped right in and just said, and they're doing it quite in a humorous way, because it's like the trunk is just moving like this, and it's like, yeah, I want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. Yeah, I want to change my mind. Yeah, this is right. Oh, no, so they really want me to make you aware of the obstacles and how many of them that you have actually put there yourself. So, but they're doing it in such a loving and joyful, playful way. So, and I love that you that you love Ganesh. I put 20, all created by myself, because I don't put boundaries up with people. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. You put 20 obstacles. Okay. All created by myself. All right. All right. So I feel like they want you to know that you need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe in your guidance, and yeah, I'm just receiving some information. So it's just real. They're being quite comical in that they're showing me these, like, start this road, go that way. Oh, stop. No, turn around. Oh no entry, go back. Oh no, maybe I'll go this way, or maybe I'll go that way. But what I want to say to you is, they send you so much love, and they're holding you, and they're protecting you. But at the same time, they've sent you the challenge that you have to believe. You have to believe in the choices that you make. Yeah, you're done now. Yeah, you're so done. I feel like you're done, and you just want to move on. Like you're sick of this zigzaggy, all these S's in the road. You just want a clear path. And you know what? You have chosen the most miraculous time for you to do it. So know that the energy is supporting you. Know that your guides are supporting you. You need to believe in yourself. And I also take note that you don't put boundaries up. And you know what? Hey, we all do that. And it's about people pleasing and putting our own needs behind other people's needs. And I want to just say to you that it comes from society. It comes from, the thought that self-care and self-love is somehow arrogant, or from ego, or it's, the wanting. I feel like you really want independence, and that is a beautiful thing, and some people can't handle that. Some people like people to be dependent on them. Some people like being in codependent relationships, but I feel like you've done all of that. Like you've really had, what I told them, you've had it up to here with it, and you're just done. And you just want the clear path that you can step forward. You've thought about this, you've gone around the mulberry bush, you've gone around all these S's and all of this. But you know what? Love that part in you that likes to please people. Oh, you're a character. This is probably why they're giving it to me. Humor. Because you're going to be the biggest arrogant and vain person now to balance. I totally understand you. I totally understand you, because like when you've gone through your whole life, you know, putting up with people's crap, you know, always giving, and thinking, okay, I'm a good person. I give. Why do people not give back to me? You know what? I don't have that answer, but because that's a question I've asked myself a lot in my own lifetime. However, what I realized is that you have to find that within yourself. You can't look for it outside of yourself. And, you know, we think that when we put people above ourselves or put people before ourselves, and we're such kind, you know, empathic people, we think, yeah, people will give us back. But the problem is we don't respect ourselves. Really, the truth is, the deep truth is, and I say this with so much love and compassion, is that we don't respect ourselves enough to give ourselves, to build those healthy boundaries. And a lot of it can come from core wounding about being shot down, or I'm going to please them now, sure, but only those who pay big money. I love it. So, you know, it comes from a deep wound about perhaps not being accepted and not being believed in, and looking for validation outside of ourselves, and then being scared to pull back, or being scared to set that boundary, because we think that by setting that boundary we're going to lose those people. But just don't go the other way. Don't go too far the other way. Don't go from a place. So I want you to sit with yourself, and I want you to accept the times that you've allowed these boundaries, or you've allowed these people to come in and take, or you've allowed yourself to build these obstacles, and love that part of yourself, you know, and know that it was part of your journey, and know that it was lessons, and know that I want you to come from a place of love. I don't want you to come from a place of anger or revenge or aggression. So, and I think that's why they came in, but they're sort of getting serious now. Yeah. So you actually come to a crossroads. So you've just come to a point where you've got enough respect and love for yourself, and you've been cracked open, so that you don't really, if people don't want to accept you, then that's fine. If you have to be true to yourself, and it's from that journey of people pleasing, and that journey of being, I'm just reading your comments as we go along. Yeah. And that's totally fine. You know, I want to say you've done your time. You want to be independent. You want to be alone. You want to have a new space. You want to, and it's totally love yourself for it. Love yourself that you've now found the belief in yourself, and the courage and the bravery to step out, because there's only so much everyone can take, right? And it's not about being used or abused. And I can totally understand you when you say that you're exhausted. You're just totally done. You want to move on, and the energies that are around at the moment will push you forward. But you need to believe. You need to believe. That is the key for you. And that's why this card has come out for you, Jessica, because it's all around your self-belief. And I believe that you are a very independent, strong person. And maybe sit with they want you to sit with what you've experienced and why you've experienced it, and you know why you have experienced it, and learn from it. And now it's okay, I will walk away from this toxicity. I will walk away from being used. And it's totally fine that you don't want to see these people again. It's your choice. You know, we have to take our fate into our own hands, and we have to choose. You have a choice. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay around these people. You don't have to stay where you're not appreciated. You don't have to stay where you're not where you're not respected. So it's really, really good that you've come to this place and you're able. Yeah. What I want to say to you, Jessica, is that this is the time to let go of what no longer serves us. And you've come to a place of peace. I feel like you've come to a place of peace with that. You've realized that you can't take it anymore. You don't want to continue, which is amazing. So congratulations to you, and be proud of how far you've come. And of course, this goes back to trauma, and it goes back to childhood abuse and trauma. And thank you so much for sharing and being open to share that, because we don't realize how much our childhood and what we've experienced in our childhood actually reflects and shapes who we are. So, you know, and there's also that abandonment and that lack of belief in oneself. So, yeah. And when you write, I keep attracting the same, you know, it's a pattern. And it's not about blame, about, you know, they were joking at first about the obstacles that you've put there yourself, because they just wanted to sort of bring you into it. Because I felt that there was deeper wounding connected to it. But yeah, it's a lowering of standards because of our self-worth, and how that trauma has affected your self-worth, and how you may have felt abandoned, and so, you know, we can't speak our truth, because if we do, then we'll be abandoned, and the pattern just repeats. So it's time to attract prosperity. It's time to attract abundance. It's time to reclaim your power, Jessica. That's what you're doing. You're reclaiming parts of yourself that you've given away to people because you just didn't feel worthy. So you just have to believe. I'm just reading your comments. I just have to believe I'll make it next week to the new place. Yeah. And you know what? I also want you to look from the point of view that if it doesn't happen next week, it will happen. You just have to believe in it, and believe that the universe has got your back. And you are telling the universe, okay, I'm done. Send me something new. I need to move. I need to have my own space. I need to gain my power back. So you've given the universe permission. So you have opened your heart up. So if you keep on believing, and if it doesn't happen next week, it will happen. You just have to keep on believing, because you've taken that step. You're walking through the 8-8 gateway. Your inner lion is starting to roar. So be proud of how far you've come, Jessica, and how you're starting your healing journey, and in the future you'll connect with that trauma, and you'll be able to hold that trauma and hold that child, and realize and say to her, you are being seen, you are being heard, you are being loved. I hear you, I see you. And now I'm going to reclaim you. I'm going to take that part of you back that I've given away to other people in my life. So, yeah, you know what? It's a perfect time. So I send you so much love. I send you so much light. And please believe in yourself, and please believe that the universe has got your back. If you believe, you will never lose your way. That's the writing that's on the bottom of the card. So Thank you so much for joining. I hope that helps and gives you some inspiration and motivation to keep going. And I would love to hear going forward what happens. And just please believe in yourself, because the universe believes in you. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you for asking for a reading. It's been an absolute pleasure. And please keep in touch and let me know what happens. I'd really love to know. Thanks, Jessica. Okay, do we have any other people that would like readings? I'm just going to have a quick flick through the comments and just have a look and see if there's anybody else that would like a reading. Just having a quick look now. Thank you, Vanessa, for writing that the reading resonates. Yeah, you're welcome. So once again, if you would like to purchase my new deck, it's in production. Please go to my website, www.antoinettethomson.com, and go and press on shop, and you'll be able to purchase, you'll be able to pre-order. They're in production in this moment. I'm hoping that I will receive the decks by the end of September, all going well, but you are able to pre-order if you would like to. I'm just having another check to see if there's anybody still on that wants to have a reading, wants to ask a question. Just want to take this opportunity to thank you all for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. So many emotions are running around in me today, and everything being heightened by 8/8. So I'm very thankful for your support and in coming and joining me this morning or this evening, wherever you are. If you're still not in 8/8, I wish you a happy 8/8. If you are in 8/8, then enjoy this beautiful day full of so much light. Here in Sydney, it's overcast, but it's light on a metaphorical meaning, so it's got nothing to do with sunlight. Yeah, I'm just going to have another quick check. See if there's anybody else jumping on. All right, I think I might sign off. Just letting you know, this is the first session. I'll be doing another session tonight, 7 p.m. Sydney time. If you would like to come back, you can come back. I would love to have you back again. I hope to see you there, and you can just, if you don't want a reading, you can just watch and you can just listen. It's just beautiful to have you with me and to have your support and energy, and I know that we're all connecting all together. So yeah, so thank you all. Peace, love and light to you all. Happy 8/8, and thank you so much for your support and for joining me on this beautiful, special, exciting day. Bye for now. Peace, love and light to you all.